To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejados de
Because
las
this
puertas.
here's a wild ride in the whistle.
When industry doors change.
So today on Miles from Main Street, we are talking. We have nothing to talk about, but we're going to talk about everything. So we're just going to have an open discussion and possibly throw in a little bit of trivia towards the end. So yeah, Bryan, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I would do really good if people would go out and share the show with somebody and help us continue to grow. Yes. Do you like how I threw that one in there?
I do like how you threw that one in there.
So before we got started, I sent you a message of done, but it came out as dine. And you said, yes, I'd like to dine. And so I'm wondering, where would you like to dine?
That is a great question. At the moment, if I had to pick, if somebody was like, "Hey, you're going to Disney, you're gonna dine somewhere. Where are you dining?" Honestly, I'm going to Cellier because
Oh,
I've only been there once, and it was a lot of fun. And I'm just missing Epcot like crazy right now. And I just love the Canada Pavilion, so I have to say Le Cellier would be my pick for dining somewhere in Disney right now.
so you guys dined there last year one time, right? 'Cause
Yeah. Yeah. It was one of one of the many trips that we went on. Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't say, yeah, I've been there and you haven't. Did they still have the 3 types of breadsticks?
I believe so. Yes. I'm pretty. Yeah. The bread service was pretty. Like they had a bunch of different breads, and we used it to dip into our cheese soup because that cheese soup is so good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I
Mhm.
really like. I don't know. That's the one thing I remember. I know everybody likes to talk about the steak, and the steak was good, but I remember the waiter giving us the bread and then telling us the story of why there were 3 types of bread sticks
Hmm.
in the basket, and I only remember the pretzel bread because they're like Canada was the one to come up with pretzel bread.
Mhm.
um Something along those lines. So like I thought that was really cool that they had that story, like true Disney fashion, right? Everything has a story and we're going to tell it. So
Yeah.
I thought that was really neat that they did that.
Yeah, and I mean the ambiance is really cool there, and just kind of like it's Le Cellier. Like it's for the longest time it was something that like I hadn't done yet that I really wanted to do, and now I just like want to keep going back. The food was really good, and honestly, just kind of like I want to hang out. I want to be able to go just say like, hey, I'm gonna go to Canada today, and like just go and just like hang out in Canada for like the whole day. Like I just wish I could just go and like take in these areas of Disney in a very kind of like relaxed fashion rather than kind of like running through them constantly. And I think that's if I could do anything right now, I think it would be that to just kind of like go and like chill out in the countries because like I've had that happen a couple times, and it's usually like when we start to slow down and like I'm like waiting for somebody in the bathroom, or just like we've sat down to like eat something, and like you just start to like take in the whole park, and it just kind of like usually that's when it hits me when I'm like, oh my god, I'm at Epcot. This park is amazing. It's so great. That's something that I really want to be able to do, and I want to be able to do that at Canada.
That's a great idea. I like that idea. I'd like to be able to do that too. So in 2017, Tammy and I got to go down to Disney World on our own. We went for our anniversary. So we left the kids at home. Highly recommended if you have kids to leave them at home. Um, um, so we got to go down there, and we did do that um, on that trip. We decided to just do as much as we could in the land or in the countries, as we like to say, and we ran out of time. We we were there from open, and we went to and did some stuff in Future World until the countries actually opened up, because they opened up at 11, right?
Yep.
And so we went over. I don't know. It was probably closer to noon. We may have gone over on that time that we had in the morning, but we started, and we always start at Canada. Sorry, Mexico folks. We started Canada.
You're doing it the right way.
I mean, to the right, right? Then you're correct, because you're
Correct. You are doing it
yes,
the correct way.
because you're right. Anyway, I we did that, and by the time we got to China, it was starting to get dark, and they were going to be closing. Um, so we didn't actually get to finish all of it.
Mm-hmm.
We took too much time in the
and,
pavilions.
and that just shows you how much there is to do out in those countries. Like if you're like actually trying to do all of the offerings that they have out there, there's a lot that you can experience.
There really is. I remember walking through the kawaii exhibit in the back of the Japan pavilion.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we spent a lot of time walking by the waterfalls in the back of the Canada pavilion.
Mm-hmm.
Why can I not say the country and pavilion at the same time? It's just I keep tripping on that.
Canada Pavilion.
My
Pavilion
well,
itself is a hard word.
it kind of is, and my lips are like sticking on the P. I don't know. It's weird. Um, so anyway, we did that. We got to walk around back there. We saw Oh Canada, the film.
With Martin Short.
Yeah. That was really cool. I had never seen it before.
Mhm.
So, like we got to do that. We did Impressions de France,
Yeah.
um, which I have not watched since, but I did enjoy it. Like
Mm-hmm.
the music is all classical, which, having the music background I do have some affinity for
Mm-hmm.
classical music. So having that music wasn't a problem to me, but then they made it fun. Like there's one part where like the music picks up, so like they're going fast. Well, in the movie, it's because bikes are going downhill. Like they synced up their video to the music really well, and
Mm-hmm.
it still was fun. So um I still don't I wouldn't recommend watching it if you have a lot to do that day, but if you're trying to slow down and visit and see as much as you can, it's a good show. So
Yeah, we have never seen Impressions de France, but we have seen the Beauty and the Beast sing along that is in that same theater. I think more towards the morning. So like in the morning, it's Beauty and the Beast sing along, and then at night it turns into Impressions de France.
I think, isn't it that the Beauty and the Beast runs only in the morning, but they still trade off with Impressions?
Oh, really?
I thought that's what it was. Like they're
Hmm.
still playing it during the day,
Maybe.
but I haven't actually paid attention to that when I've been there since they started playing
Hmm.
that. So
Yeah, and I would say that Beauty and the Beast movie show is actually kind of cool because it's like they give a different side to like LeFou. Like they make LeFou
right.
look like he's like a good guy, which is kind of interesting. But I mean, it's not bad. Like we sat there. It's a Beauty and the Beast sing along. Like you get to sing along, and they also have like LeFou like in all of the scenes. Um, so yeah, it's cool. But I love that old school Epcot edutainment where it's like we're educating you and entertaining you at the same time. So it's like I love the um those like Circle Vision theaters and everything that they have. I love Canada Far and Wide. Like I it's funny Kristen does not because it kind of makes her feel woozy when she goes and watches it, but like I just have to do it. It's so great. But yeah, just like all of those like fun kind of like it feels more old school Epcot when you go and do things like that. So
That's very that yeah. It really does feel old school. In a good way, old school. Yeah. The other thing, like sing along, you made me. I don't know if we've told this story from our Disneyland trip, but like those sing-alongs can be fun because people kind of let their inhibitions down a little bit more when they're at Disney because I mean you're not going to see these people again, right? So have fun. Who cares what they think? And like we did that a lot at Disneyland. We stood around and waved at people,
Yeah.
you know, on the boat and from the Fantasmic stage. I put that reel out on Instagram.
That's
I
a
think
good reel too. I like that.
yeah, that was last week.
Mhm.
Thinking or waving to our adoring fans is what I said. Go check that one out. Um, we, but we also, this is the story part. We also sang on the train.
Oh yeah. we and it wasn't even like a Disney made this sing along time. It's like we just started singing. And
Yeah,
didn't other people start singing with us a little bit?
well,
Or was it just us?
it was all of us, like my family and you and Kristen,
Mhm.
and we were all kind of crammed together. I thought it would be nice and comfortable when I picked that spot, but we were all crammed together at the front of one of the cars facing each other.
Mhm.
And so we pull into Tomorrowland Station, and A Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow from Carousel of Progress is on in the train. And so I think you kicked it off. I think you had started singing. And I, of course, jumped in right away because I love that song. I could sit in Carousel of Progress for hours and just sing that song. Um, but yeah, and then, I think everyone else started jumping in. I'm not sure. Did the people? I couldn't tell if the people behind you because I wasn't willing to look up. Like I didn't want to make it seem like I was looking for adoration or anything, so I wasn't willing to look up because I was just having fun singing, and my daughter's going, "Oh my gosh, you're drawing attention." She's 16. She's embarrassed by everything, but um, but yeah, we got done singing. Someone clapped for us, which that was kind of
I
fun.
felt like a couple people, like a couple rows clapped for us.
Yeah, they or at least went, "Hey, great job."
Yeah.
But I mean, the kicker was that like the music stopped and we kept going.
We kept singing.
But that I mean, that just kind of lends to how you just got to let things go when you're there and have as much fun as possible. I don't know that that's talked about enough.
One might say that you should let it go, let it go.
There he goes. There he goes. I can't sing along to this one because that was a bad joke.
What? What was that went right over my head.
I said that was a bad joke. That's all I was saying. I didn't. There was nothing
Oh,
more
my
to it.
joke was bad.
Your bad joke.
It was kind of like a dad joke a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. But it's been done too. So
It's true.
yeah.
Been done a lot.
Yeah.
But it's a good song.
So yeah, I've got trivia. We haven't done trivia in quite a while.
We have not.
Um, I was digging through my game cupboard, cleaning it up because, of course, my kids don't know how to put things away. And so I was picking it up, and in the back, I found the gold round tin box of the Wonderful World of Disney trivia. It's by Mattel. This is an old game, like, but one of us at some point had the foresight to get the expansion pack.
Ooh.
Ideal for ages 16 to adult. So I'm hoping this will be okay for you
I
as we
mean,
do this.
possibly. Yeah.
So I'm the one with the questions today. So we figured we'd do this. We will do some questions. I will ask Mykhailo a bunch of questions, and then we'll get a score. And next week we'll get some cards to him, and he can ask me the questions, and we'll get a score, and we'll see who can do better.
Sounds good. Bring it on.
And I'm going to throw out there in the week that it takes for us to get questions to Mykhailo so that he can ask me. If anybody else wants to help out and do this, take part in this, let us know. We can bring you on the show next week, and you can answer questions as well and compete against us.
Yes, bring it on. We are open to any challenge.
Yes, and I'm telling you, you're not beating me, so.
Bryan holds all the cards.
Literally. I literally hold all the
Exactly.
cards. All right, so we have categories from this game. It's kind of like, if you remember Trivial Pursuit at all.
Mhm,
Did you ever
yeah.
play that?
Yep.
It's a lot like that. So your categories are animation, film, song. Oh yeah, I said that right. Song, personalities, and miscellaneous.
Okay, I have it.
All right, good. All right, so those are your choices. Each question you can choose a category for each question, and I will read the question, and you can let me know what the answer is. And knowing you and knowing me, I'm winning this, so I'm sure you'll get it right. All right.
The trash talking has already started. Okay, my first category I would want is song.
Song. All right. I'm just taking right off the top here. In the animated feature Robin Hood, what was the weather like during the song Not in Nottingham?
Are there clues?
There is not. You've
Okay.
never played Trivial Pursuit, have you? You get a question, you give an answer.
I'm going to go with nighttime.
Nighttime is interesting weather.
Okay. So it's definitely not that. What was the weather like? I'm going to say rain.
It was raining, yes.
Boom.
Boom. I don't know if I should give you that one or not.
Yeah, just give it to me.
All right, I'll give it to you. I'll put it in this pile over here.
Okay.
Right side, good. Left side, bad.
Okay.
I'm not saying anything about you left-handers out there either.
Which is me. So, next I want personalities.
You've got personnel. No, that's the wrong song.
Bare
All right.
necessities.
What Walt Disney Pictures film starring comedian Tim Allen is based on the Touchstone Pictures film Little Indian, Big City?
Are we talking Jungle to Jungle?
We are talking Jungle to Jungle. That's
Boom.
2 for 2.
Sweet.
Dang, you got to get some wrong if I'm going to beat you. All right. Next category, sir.
Let's go with miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous.
Mm-hmm.
According to the sign over Winnie the Pooh's house, who lives there?
Oh, I know this. Oh no.
I know this one too, and it's not because I'm holding the card.
Yeah. It's like a lady's name, isn't it?
No.
Okay, it's not. It's like how the movie starts. Ugh. I can like envision it. I'm envisioning the very scene and I can't think of the name. Oh. I can't think of it. It's not there.
The answer is Mr. Sanders.
Yeah.
Sanders, Mr. Sanders. That goes in that pile. So when you're asking the questions, just remember the piles. You only need one because I'll get them all right. So, all right, next. You don't shake your head at me.
Shaking my head.
Next category.
Next category, I'll do animation.
Animation. I was hoping you'd pick this one. Here we go. In Disney's The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, who tries to scare Ichabod Crane with the tale of the Headless Horseman? Pete Pendergast, Brom Bones, or Sly Skeller?
Could you repeat the possibilities again?
Pete Pendergast, Brom Bones, or Sly Skeller?
So I'm gonna talk through this. I don't think it's Sly Skeller. Pete seemed like the type of name that would be in that movie, but then Brom sounds pretty familiar. So I think I'm gonna go with Brom.
Brom Bones it is. He gets
Boom.
another one. All right, 3-1. You're doing good. You're doing good.
Okay, I'm gonna go with film. That's the last one I haven't done yet.
All right, film it is. Here we go. In what city is the 1960? Can I just say that I got to watch this movie once on Disney Plus? I sat down and turned it on. I didn't know what I was doing by turning it on, but I really, really enjoyed it. And it kicked off like a old Disney film period for me where I needed to watch some old Disney films. So anyway, in what city is the 1969 Disney film The Love Bug set? Los Angeles, San Francisco, or Monte Carlo?
I feel like Monte Carlo would be like in my brain of never really seeing that movie. I feel like that sounds like the most obvious answer because it's like LA, San Francisco, or Monte Carlo. So it's like I feel like that would make the most sense, but then I'm also thinking San Francisco. I don't think it would have been set in LA, but Monte Carlo, isn't there a race there? Isn't there a race in Monte Carlo?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go with Monte Carlo.
Another one to the bad pile.
Was it
You were
San
close with
Francisco?
San Francisco, yes.
All right, I should have gone with that one.
Yes, there is a movie where they do go to Monte Carlo, but that is a sequel
Oh, okay.
movie. So I think we'll do. I don't know. What do you think?
Maybe we do one more round of that. So 5 more.
Okay.
So we'll do 10 questions each.
I like it. 10 questions. All right. So you get to pick the category still.
Yep, I'm going to go with song.
Song. During the song Topsy Turvy in The Hunchback of Notre Dame, who is the finest girl in France?
Would that the finest girl in France? Okay, I'm going to say this answer, but this is not my real answer. Are you ready? However, if it's right, I would like it to be my real answer.
Okay.
Because I seem to remember something like this happening, but the goat.
No.
Okay, good. Yeah, I didn't think that was it. But I mean, I'm going to say Esmeralda.
Yes,
Yeah,
Esmeralda.
that's what I would think.
So now I'm wondering why you said goat.
Because there's a goat in that sequence that like I think gets dressed up or something like that. So I don't know.
I actually haven't watched Hunchback. So
We watched it before one of our last trips, and it just so everybody out there knows, there's some messed up parts in that movie. So yeah, be ready.
I really need to go watch that.
You should, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe some weekend viewing.
Yeah. let's do film.
Film. In what 1997 Hollywood Pictures film does actress Demi Moore play a woman who survives the rigorous Navy SEAL training program?
This is a Disney movie?
It's a Disney trivia question, so it must be.
Are we talking
Well, it's-
GI?
Well, it says it's a Hollywood Pictures film.
Are we talking GI Jane?
We are talking G.I.
Okay.
Jane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I was going to
Huh.
ask if you were even born in 1997.
I was actually like 6 in 1997. I was born in 89.
Wow, that's good math. You would have been 8.
Awesome math.
All right.
Bryan is the math guy. Bryan is the math out of the two of us. The math guy. He does all the math.
I math it up all day long.
He does. Sometimes I talk to him while he's mathing, and he'll talk about all of the math that he's doing, and I'm just like, sounds like a lot of math.
You'd be surprised how much math I don't actually do.
Math.
All
Okay.
right.
I think I want to do song again.
Okay, we can do song again. Let's see. This is question number 8. In The Hunchback of Notre Dame, where's Esmeralda when she sings "God Help the Outcasts"?
She's in the church. Is it? Do you have to be more specific than that?
Yeah, give me a little more.
In a pew? I don't know.
Oh, what church?
Oh, Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the complete answer is inside Notre Dame Cathedral.
Oh yeah.
I'll give it to you. All right.
Next, I want a miscellaneous, and I really hope it's a park question. My family and I played, I can't remember which Disney game this was, but there was like a park. It was definitely Disney trivia. I can't remember which one it was, but there were park questions, and it was like I became the moderator of the game because the first round that we did, the first time we went through, I like beat the game like right away. So the second time we went around, I was like the moderator, and I was the one asking all the questions.
So, spoiler alert, there's no park question coming up here.
Darn.
I know. Why can't we have park questions?
They should make a game like that. We should make a game like that. There you go, Bryan.
There you go. I'm sure there's got to be something.
Yeah.
All right, so miscellaneous he picks. In the animated feature Cinderella, who is Cinderella supposed to feed first every morning? Her stepsisters, her stepmother, or Lucifer the cat?
I am going to go with Lucifer the cat.
That would be correct, sir. It's up and it's good. He just put up his hands like it was a field goal, so.
And I was thinking about Mason Crosby.
That's the kicker for the Green Bay Packers. All right.
Last
count.
one.
This is the last one.
Yeah, I believe that was just 9.
All right. You're
So
at
here comes 10.
7 and 2. Ooh. I just found a park question.
Oh, let's do that one then.
All right.
I'm guessing the question is about something that doesn't exist anymore.
Well, okay. So on the expansion pack, which is what I'm taking the questions from, it has a copyright of 1998.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So with that in mind,
Yes.
in Fantasmic at Disneyland Park, what Disney villain takes over the Columbia?
Okay, I don't know, but I'm going to guess Captain Hook.
That is correct, sir.
Sweet.
I don't think because I don't think we had any of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies yet, right?
Probably not.
1998?
No.
I don't think we did.
Yeah.
So, all right, you were 8 and 2.
Sweet.
That's pretty good. 80%.
Yeah.
So I got to beat 80% next week. I'm actually a little nervous. I did okay on those questions. Wait, yeah, 2.
My guess is that Brian, you might get one wrong, and you'll beat me. But
That's your guess. Wow.
if you get 2 wrong, how are we gonna break that tie?
Well, if I get 2 wrong, and then we'll have to settle it the next week somehow.
What if we have you listeners send us questions, and if Brian and I tie, we have to answer one of the viewers' questions?
How about we will add in their questions to next week, and we will take 5 that you have to answer and 5 that I have to answer on top of the 10 that I'll take from the game.
That sounds
right?
fun. Yeah, I like
and
that.
then we will have, if there's a tie, we'll draw one more listener question.
Perfect. I like it.
All right. This has been fun.
This was fun. Yeah, we used to do this early on in the podcast, and people liked it. So I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys were trying to answer at home. I hope at one point you guys were pulling your hair out because I didn't know the answer and you guys did. I know one person that is sitting in a room by herself right now because I'm not there, who is gonna know one of these questions for sure. So
Yeah, I'm sure that we've got a few of you out there yelling at us. So please send in those questions. You can send them to us on Instagram. You can send them to our email. Come on out to our Facebook community and post them out there if you want. We will answer them on air. On air. We're not really on air.
we're on the air. People say that.
We will answer them on the show next week, and it's going to be fun. I hope we get a lot of questions and we can do it even more.
Yeah, definitely. But like we always say, some live close,
but others don't.
So let's talk about it. We'll see you next time on Miles from Main Street.